Hello everyone, it is LegitLovely and welcome back to the channel. Now some stuff was going down this morning when I was scrolling through my Simblr around 6 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now this isn't the first time something like this has happened in the Simblr/CC creator community. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look on the screen right now. Don't read it, I'll read it to you. Just look at the screen. There was a little bit of tea being spilt by ELIAVAH, and all regards to her, the tea deserved to be spilt. Little did I know that Simplicity and LumiSims were directly using her CC meshes, I can always have trouble with that word, and creating their own custom content off of that exact mesh and not selling it, but putting it on Patreon and putting it up for download via AdFly. Now, whether or not they were to put it up for AdFly download, that is still not okay, directly using the mesh from somebody else, and they were not giving any types of credit or saying at all that the mesh was not theirs. Now, with that being said, I do have a long post from ELIAVAH, I'm just gonna call it ELIAVAH, and I have all these posts, and I do have a statement from her because I did contact her in the DMs. So let me quickly read through all these statements, give my opinion in between, and then I will read the statement from ELIAVAH. So first, this is a message to LumiSims from ELIAVAH, basically because Simplicity and LumiSims later ended up blocking her, so she figured that if she can't get in with Simplicity's DMs on Tumblr, she might as well go through his best friend, LumiSims. Now, with that being said, ELIAVAH said, "Hey, I can't seem to get in contact with Simplicity, but could you relay this to him as well? Can you please," said please, manners are everything in a situation like this, even though they don't really deserve them, "Can you please take down your ELIAVAH choker blouse and tell Simplicity to take down his Yesenia top? Your choker blouse is a ripped and edited mesh here, insert link, which I will show the pictures later, and Simplicity's Yesenia top is ripped and edited here, insert yet another link of proof. In any other message you may have ripped from Second Life and edited," so implying that there are definitely more meshes that were ripped and edited from Second Life with no credit given. "Please, please don't lie and make excuses, lol. I've already analyzed the message and the topology matches exactly, and as you know, I'm a Second Life creator and study 3D modeling, and I know when," open next, "I know when, wait, where is the second part of the DM? Okay, here it is, sorry. "And I know when something is taken. I'm not looking for drama or trying to push you guys out of the community because Sims desperately needs CC creators." So there's two things I want to say about that. Number one, if you're studying 3D modeling, then you definitely know what the hell you're talking about. And that is some hard proof. If the topology matches exactly, I'm not really a big, know-it-all when it comes to 3D modeling, but if the 3D modeling and the topology and the mesh is matching exactly to the Second Life creation, which was released before the Sims 4 creation, there's definitely something fishy going on. And the CC creator thing, how we need them, yes, we definitely do, because the Sims 4 development team is already lacking where it is. So it says, "I just don't appreciate the dishonesty, and don't appreciate the dishonesty from your followers as well. I'm just here because Tetra," let me mute my, my phone. "I'm just here because Tetra and Blueberry are mutual friends of mine, and they work very hard. Blueberry stays up 3 days straight, just like me, working with zero sleep sometimes. And it's just really not cool. You seem like a very nice person, and the last time I've talked to Simplicity, he was cool. So please don't take credit for other people's hard work, and don't make this into something bigger than it needs to be. I understand Second Life stuff is very nice, but if you can just keep the conversions private, it gets really frustrating seeing my friends upset, but also upset at people who I think are pretty okay people." So ELIAVAH states that the people are okay people, that she has no problem with them other than this large issue, which is enough of an issue to become a problem with somebody. So it says, "At Second Life creators at the Simblrs I like. Thank you. And if you need help creating content, seriously, just let me know, lol. Please don't do dishonest things like this." So she's even offering, ELIAVAH is even offering help to LumiSims and Simplicity. All she wants is them to not take the meshes exactly. She's offering help. And I know that when people offer help, they usually add some of their own sense of style. She literally could have just asked for help, and you probably would have gotten something close to the original mesh, which would have been with permission, and you wouldn't have been ripping it off exactly with no credit. So it says, "Just think of it like a painting of your sim." Perfect analogy. You wouldn't want people reposting your sim or paintings to Instagram or something, even if they don't claim it but don't give credit. "Hey, this was later because I guess Simplicity and LumiSims were both not answering ELIAVAH. It says, hey, I just wanted to know if you got my message. Think I'm being reasonable here, and if you did and you're ignoring, it is really rude and uncalled for since I haven't been rude at all. I just hope you haven't seen it. Hoping that they haven't seen it and that they are just, you know, asleep or something, not just ignoring her message, because I myself would be very pissed off if somebody was ripping off my messages and ignoring my messages. On top of that, we have some photos of the topology matching. It says, here's the proof I have, by the way. I have ones taken of your top two. Please don't ignore this as I'm trying to be nice and patient as possible, even though I have no reason to be. True. Facts right there. She has no reason to be nice to them at this point. Unfortunately, if it's continued to be ignored, I may have to make it public. Remember that you guys also used my UV1 tutorial in the past, so at least have some respect and decency to respond to someone who made something to help you. Thank you. Then we have this topology of the Second Life shirt, this topology of the Sims 4 shirt, the Second Life shirt, and the Sims 4 shirt. The Second Life shirt was, as I previously said, released first, and it is a complete rip-off of the exact mess, just converted to a different game. Going down after the proof pictures, we have this, and then we have this top. Then we have a quick little message from ELIAVAH. It says, alright, so before we start, let me give you a small introduction. I'm ELIAVAH. I used to be a Sims CC creator, but recently-ish started working in Second Life. I was the person who made one of the first UV1 tutorials that started a lot of people to create for The Sims 4. I've seen a lot of you create and seen some of you make tutorials and you use the same data transfer trick I taught way back. I'm not mad at anybody for that. In fact, I did it to cause a lot of people to come create for Sims, and I'd make more and more tutorials if I had time, even if I don't have time to make tutorials. My inbox is always open to help. Here's examples of my work, insert link. I'm not amazing, but I promise you I will try my best to help you. I can't do a start to finish tutorial, but I can teach you tricks and tips in videos I used to teach myself. But when you do this crap to me, when you block me, showing that LumiSims and Simplicity have since blocked her, after I'm trying to come to you on a level head about what you're doing, and I even extend my hand to help you learn to make original meshes, and you just smack it right back, that's when things become a problem. I think I was an unreasonable a reasonable person in this message. I think I was being nice, and as someone who made the tutorial your very self uses, I think I deserve a proper response other than a straight up block. This just goes to show that LumiSims and Simplicity are in fact drama starters, and they don't care to make peace or realize their wrongdoings. True that. It's pretty obvious that they are not regarding your messages, and if they blocked you for a reason, so they must have either seen the messages or the post, or probably both. So I'm not, and by the way, I forgot to say at the beginning, I'm not biased. I don't know either of these. I don't know the two creators or ELIAVAH. I just talked to ELIAVAH for a statement, but this is just common sense. This is how things should be and how things are not being, so this is all facts. And, you know, not the rules, but the unwritten rules of Simblr and CC creating. So it says, here's what I want you to do. Almost like a little, like, you need to do this, and then we'll be all set. Her request, and that'll be fine. It's really simple, and I'll leave you alone. I want you to make a public apology and delete the messages you've stolen that you've profitized of. You know the ones you've stolen, and I just keep finding more. So with that being said, I have a feeling that, yes, both Simplicity and LumiSims were putting AdFly, AdFly shortest, and maybe even Patreon links on the CC that they ripped off, and that is not okay. So in my opinion, not only should they take down the meshes, but if they have any profit left, which I'm sure that they do in their PayPal, because they are highly being profited off of these items, because they have so many downloads, I would give them some of that money, if not all the money that I had left over, back to ELIAVAH, because she is technically the creator of the CC. You pressed a couple buttons and converted it. Then we have other things. I don't want drama. In fact, I'm grinding my teeth. I even had to make this stupid expletive post. But a lot of people I've spoken with privately are not okay with this. And I personally think your followers and this community deserves to know the dishonesty you're laying out to them. For those of you wondering, if you can't tell from the pictures, LumiSims and Simplicity have stolen meshes from Second Life creators. So this is not the first occurrence that has happened before. The person who made the lace dress Blueberry sometimes even stays up 3 days straight with no sleep, like I do sometimes, working to finish a release. Don't give me that bull that it's not the same mesh, because I included pictures of the topology and it is the exact same. For those of you who do not know about 3D modeling, if the topology matches exactly like that, and we all know they know how to mesh edit, so you're just editing the meshes to make it look less similar. It's like stealing a piece of artwork or strangers reposting your Sims pictures to Instagram with no credit. And add the fact that you are making a shitload of Patreon money off of it, it's really rude. So they are making, indeed, quite a lot of money off of Patreon from this creation that is not even theirs. So as I previously stated, let me reiterate, that money does not belong to them. Pretty much most of it belongs to ELIAVAH and the other Second Life CC creators that have been ripped off. For those of you who are Lumi, Sims, and Simplicity fans, just keep the meshes in your game. I can care less. I know you're not going to take them out either way, and taking the CC out of your game does nothing. I just want it public knowledge that the people you fellow clothing/CC creators look up to don't even make their own stuff. So we're laying the facts on hard. We're being straight to the point. Cut edge. Now again, I'll reiterate, if you want help with making CC, please let me know. She's offering her hand yet again to anybody who wants to help, and people are just choosing to steal. An ask message or even an IM, just let me know. And once again, I wasn't going to make this public, but when someone who is not involved with this at all thought the vague text post I made was about her and blocked me, then it becomes an even bigger problem. Because that person didn't deserve to feel attacked, and this would have never happened if I never even had to make that post to begin with. That person is a sweetheart who deserves to make money off of Patreon and AdFly because she's talented and puts efforts into her work and is 100% honest about where it comes from. Lastly, none of you are allowed to send death threats or try to get them out of the community. In fact, if you do that, just know I don't like you either. So do not send any hate to them. Don't put hate on this video either. This is just awareness for the people who are not in the Simblr community who need to be aware of situations like this. I do not approve of that. I don't consent that. I'm just tired of the damn lies. And before you try to say you don't know how to convert from Second Life, little image. Well, remember that time you helped Leo Sims? Ooh, insert link. It's just enough. Tell the truth, admit your wrongs, apologize, make your own stuff, or continue with the hair meshes you have permission for. Even that's questionable at this point, and that's it. It's done. And if you ever want to unblock me for some meshing help, then unblock me. This is not a post against AdFly or Patreon, and some of you wonder why CC creators bounce out of this community, lol. And I remember I could have done this behind an anonymous blog. I chose not to for a reason. So that is the statement directly from ELIAVAH. Now, I did contact them on DM on Tumblr, and I said, do you have a statement for anybody that wants to create CC or CC creators or thieves? And she said the following: I would say that converting isn't necessarily bad. It's being dishonest and profitizing off of others' work that isn't okay. A lot of hard work and effort is put into some meshes. If you'd like to convert, please keep in mind the creator of the mesh has a right to get it taken down. Converting is a great way to learn, but you can definitely learn without it too. And anyone can do it. Anyone can learn meshing and making original CC. Don't let yourself be fooled thinking that you can't, because if someone like me can, then you definitely can, even 10 times better. There are many people who mesh. Why can't you? For people who want to make CC, my best advice would be to have patience and watch or read tutorials from start to finish, especially while following along. Following along helps me out because it just clicks sometimes. Lastly, when Googling or YouTubing to make meshes, don't limit yourself to how to make meshes for Sims 4. Try things like how to make hair in Blender, how to make clothes in Blender, or if you're using 3ds Max, replace Blender with 3ds Max or whatever program you're using. So I asked for a direct statement from ELIAVAH apart from this certain specific situation. No names involved, just in general, a general statement, and that is what they had to say. So that is basically what I need to say about this. I wasn't trying to make this video to bring unnecessary drama and more drama to the situation, but a lot of people aren't familiar with the Simblr community. I personally have been in it for 2 years. A lot of people just download CC and they make CC shopping videos, or they're just on YouTube watching Sims videos. And I want to let you guys know that it's not all cookie cutter, as easy peasy, lemon squeezy, lame, corny as it sounds. And this is the truth behind it, so just be aware. This isn't the first time this has happened. Just be aware of who you're downloading CC from, and you know, if you see something fishy, don't stick your nose in it, but just be aware. And if you need to contact somebody, just do it anonymously. Love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and all my other social medias to stay updated with all things channel related. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye everyone, and thank you for 800 subscribers. And this is a double upload, so go watch my first upload for today. It was posted about like 4 hours ago. Love you guys so much. Bye everyone.